What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. And yeah, Arsenal have lost again. And I'll be honest with you, strap your seatbelt on because it's going to get a lot worse before it gets a lot better. And we're going to get into it after this intro. So welcome back, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm not exactly doing very well. How long do we let this continue for? I genuinely can't believe there's people who are still Arteta in. I mean, where do we draw the line? Before we go any further, guys, yeah, if you knew and you didn't realise already, we've lost 2-1 to Everton. I said we'd lose 3-1 in my stream last night. Go back and check that out if you haven't already. And yeah, what happens now? You know, do we stick on with the same manager? Apparently, he had 2 to 3 games to save his job. Well, he lost at home to Burnley. He drew at home to Southampton, and we just lost to Everton. So why has he still got a job? And like I just said there, right at the start of the show, strap your seatbelt on, guys, because it's only going to get worse. We now have Man City in the cup. They're going to smash us, and then Chelsea in the league, and they're going to smash us. And then we've got Brighton at the end of the year. And I'll be honest with you, I expect them to smash us as well. It's not going to get any better. Brighton have got players, like I've said time and time again, that will walk into our team. Buscema in midfield, Lewis Dunk at centre-back, Tariq Lamptey at right-back, even Veltman will get in our side. And, you know, I think there's a lot of people who are still on the illusion that we're too good to go down. Bullshit. We're not too good to go down. We're in a relegation fight and we're getting beaten by people who are lower than us in the league, like Burnley. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Would you sack the manager? If not, why? What possible reason can you have to keep him on? I mean, this is the worst run of results I think I saw today before 1974-75 season. We're breaking records left, right and centre, and not for good reasons. I don't know what to say anymore. I mean, if we hadn't have drawn against Southampton, amazingly, that would actually be another loss. You know, it's fucking crazy. I mean, we can't even draw against teams. I just don't understand where it's going to stop. I mean, there's people on Sky Sports like Jamie Carragher going, "Oh, you've got to back Arteta and don't bring another manager in now." But what do? We just keep losing and losing and losing, and we don't replace the fucking manager. Fucking crazy. Again, guys, leave in the comments what you think. If you are late to the show, Arsenal lost 2-1. An own goal by Rob Holding, which was kind of unlucky, to be fair. I don't blame him for it. Calvin Lewin took a header and it was going wide. It came off, I think, his knee or something, and it went in the goal. Can't really blame him for that. Although I can blame Willian, who just fucking stuttered over to fucking try and block the cross and just sort of wandered over. Arteta came in and said that 100% effort was non-negotiable. Well, Williams just fucking jogging around, not stopping crosses from coming into our box. So I don't get it. It's just all words from what I can understand. After that, we got back in the game with a penalty from Nicola Pepe. He scored from a penalty spot after Maitland-Niles was brought down by, I think, Davies. After clever play by Maitland-Niles just to get ahead of him. And then after that, just before half time, Joe Mina popped up in the box to score a header against us. And again, was just completely unmarked, had a free run at it. And I think Saka was in the end left with the guy who was supposed to jump with him. And of course, it's a complete mismatch. I mean, you know, our centre-back should be on him. It's crazy. And I don't know where this stops, to be quite honest with you. I could just see this going on and fucking on. The style of play doesn't suit the players. And for Arteta to implement his style of play, I heard Jamie Carragher saying he needs 3 or 4 windows. Are you fucking crazy? We'll be in a championship by then. You haven't got that long. Fucking no manager's got that long if you want to be in an elite club. It's fucking mental. You can't change an entire squad around to suit the players you've got. You have to deal with them there and then. And everyone's built up Arteta to be so fucking high, and to be like, oh, he's the next Guardiola. All he's literally doing is trying to copy Guardiola's style. That is it. He's not doing anything special. He's not doing anything crazy. He's not. I don't get it, you know. And even after the FA Cup win, it kind of bought him some time, and I get that. But come on, you can't just keep losing and losing and losing and losing, not changing anything, sticking with the same style of play, even though you've not got the players to do it. Where does it end? Literally, where does it fucking end? Because it's going to get a lot worse. We're going to lose against Man City. We're going to lose against Chelsea. And are there still going to be supporters out there who go, Arteta in? Are you fucking mad? Like, where does this stop? I don't know what to say anymore. Smash the likes up, guys. Get your comments in. Subscribe if you're new. I am. Big up yourself, mate. Hope you're well. It's actually come to a point where I find it funny seeing other fans banter us. Well, this is it, mate. Like, ages ago, I got past the point of like the anger stage, like years, seasons and seasons ago, when it started happening under Wenger. It's just, it makes you angry, and then you get to a point where like you have to accept it, because you can't get any angrier. It's ridiculous. Like, it just goes on and fucking on. I mean, going back to what I said about Arteta, this is a guy who apparently was supposed to trust the process for, who got rid of Torreira and Guendouzi to put Xhaka and El Neni in the team. How's that better than what we had? I don't get it. I generally don't get it. I mean, people saying, oh, we've got to bring back Ozil, and I disagree. What's Ozil going to do? He doesn't do anything for the team defensively at all. No matter how many times you tell him, he kind of like pretends to when he's playing before. And he's not the player he was at Real Madrid. And you can't afford to carry anyone in the Premier League these days. I don't care who the fuck you are. Bring back Ozil, and then you'll have even less work rate. So I don't get it. I wouldn't bring back Ozil at all. Again, guys, let me know what you think. Oops, shit. But yeah, I wouldn't bring him back at all. Hold on, let me just dry this off. 2 seconds. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Would you bring back Ozil? Do you think he's the answer? I think it's been done under Emery before, and I don't think that was the answer then. I generally don't know what to say anymore. It's just like Groundhog Day, and like I say, people just saying, "I'll give Arteta another few windows. Let him fucking bring back Ozil." Well, that's all been done before, and we lost them games as well. We just go around in circles. I don't get it. You can't just keep giving this man more and more time. It's crazy. I need to visit a therapist, mate. I don't blame you, mate. I don't fucking blame you. It's fucking dog shit. And the longer we stay with this manager, the longer things are just going to get fucking worse and worse and worse. I mean, who's going to bring in January? That's massively going to change our fortunes. Let's be real. Szoboszlai's apparently gone to Leipzig, so that's not happening. Who's the other guys? Isco. Would Isco be crazy enough to fucking come to Arsenal? Would you come to Arsenal if you were Isco? Probably not. £20 million, no doubt we'll fucking try and haggle with that to the last day of the fucking January transfer window anyway. You know what we're like, and paying 3 installments. And Real Madrid will just fucking chin us off. Then you've got, who's the other guys? Awar. Do people seriously think Awar is coming to Arsenal in January? I can tell you now that's not going to happen. Not in a fucking million years. Yeah, I don't know what to say, mate. And even if Szoboszlai came, which he hasn't, because obviously he's gone to Leipzig now, you're basically saying you're basing that on a 20-year-old Hungarian player who plays in the Austrian league to come around and change your fortunes. It's not going to happen, mate. It's just not going to happen. What do we do from here? We have to get a new manager, surely. Surely we have to bite the fucking bullet and get a fucking new manager in. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Leave it in the comments. Smash the likes up, guys. As I say, subscribe if you're new and share the comments around. One good bit of good news, I'd say, is it was good to see Martinelli back on the pitch. And to be fair, he didn't have long. He was one of our better players. I saw him running around. He was tracking back. He won the ball back of somebody and looked at Fred. He's moving up front was good. I mean, how long till he gets benched again? I mean, last time he came into the team against Chelsea, he scored that great goal and was just fucking benched for ages on end. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it anymore. Maitland-Niles again, I thought had a good solid game at right back. And I'd like to see him in there again. It was good to see that Bellerin was on the bench, even though he came back. But then this is what makes me worry: is Bellerin going to be back in the team in the next game? I fucking hope not. I genuinely hope I'll never see Bellerin and Xhaka in an Arsenal shirt again, because they are fucking dog shit. Other things that were good, not much really, let's be honest. Nketiah, why does he get the start over Balogun? Balogun, again, not even in the squad. I generally don't get it. What does Balogun need to do to get in the squad? In fact, let's just check that, because we had loads of substitutes on. No, I don't think he was. If I was Balogun, I'd leave, mate. I'd go join a proper fucking club who cares and wants to fucking win things. Let's go through some player ratings then. Leno, I give him a 6 out of 10. Didn't really have to do much apart from take the ball out the net twice. And we do this thing again where we have all this possession and we don't create fucking anything. I mean, I think if you looked at the stats, we had 13 shots on goal, but only 2 on target. And it actually sounds like we weren't too bad, but we weren't. We were fucking dog shit yet again. I just don't get it. Big up yourself, mate. Where is Kolasinac? I think he was on the bench, mate. Why do you want Kolasinac back? He's fucking dog shit, mate. The guy can't defend to save his life. And even when he goes forward, he never crosses to one of our players, so I don't get it. We couldn't even get rid of him on a free, from what I can understand. We tried to palm him off to his old club, Schalke. Even they didn't want him back. He said, "We ain't got no money, mate. We don't want him. You can have him and keep him. Having him back." But Leno didn't really have much to do apart from pick the ball out the net twice, so I give him a 6. Right back, Maitland-Niles, I thought we was decent. I gave him a 7 out of 10. And you know what? We look so much more solid at right back without that fucking clown Bellerin in there. Bellerin just goes forward time and time again, just leaving us completely exposed. And that in turn leaves Rob Holding looking like crap, because he has to come out and cover for him at right back. And we look so much better with Maitland-Niles. I just hope he keeps his fucking place in the team. Start playing him and stop playing fucking Bellerin, because he's shit. So I'm going to give Maitland-Niles a 7 out of 10. Tierney, I'll give him a 6. His performances so far haven't been that great recently, but he's still one of our better players. What I like about Tierney is at least he shows passion. At least he shows that he fucking cares. Not like half the fucking players just ambling around like they don't give a fuck. Just thinking, yeah, I'm here for my 200 grand a week and then going to fuck off to some other club. So Tierney, I'll give a 6. Got a booking, had a bit of a rash challenge on, I think it was Calvert-Lewin, wasn't it? But yeah, I give him a 6 out of 10. But again, I'll probably give him more of a buy, just the fact that he's usually quite decent and actually does something. Centre backs then, Rob Holding, give him a 6 out of 10. I don't think he was to blame for that own goal. That's just fucking football. That could have happened to anyone. I think it bounced off his knee after Calvert-Lewin headed it. It was going wide. That was just unlucky. I don't think he was under major sort of stress from Everton's forwards, but even then we still let in 2 goals and lost the game. Moving on then, David Luiz, I don't know, 5. Again, doesn't really do much. Doesn't really look interested. Let's be real. I don't know if the rumours are true that him and Willian want him, the coach, sacked, or he was. I think Arteta's blaming him for leaking information. I don't know. Who knows? We'll find out one day, no doubt. But he doesn't look like he cares either. And to be fair, Arteta's a complete mug for giving him a 1-year contract. I mean, the first game back last season after COVID, he gives away a penalty and gets sent off against Man City, and it just completely fucking cost us the game. Why he thought an aging footballer who was dog shit in defence deserved that an extra year's contract is beyond me, when we've got like 9 centre-backs on the books. I just don't get it. It makes no fucking sense. And this is what I'm all about. People saying, oh, Arteta's not to blame. Well, Arteta made quite a lot of these decisions himself. I mean, he actually offered, I don't know if you not know that, he offered Mustafi a new fucking contract. And Mustafi, luckily for us, turned it down. Why the fuck are you offering Mustafi a new contract for? What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't get it. Pablo Mari needs to start putting in some performances now. We knew he wasn't going to start because he played for the under-23s on Friday night. And so did Callum Chambers. Callum Chambers scored, by the way, last night for the under-23s. But these two, Callum Chambers as well, has been at the club a long time and needs to start making some appearances. Either that or fucking get rid, because we can't have players who've got potential but just keep getting injured for season after season. It's just not good enough. I mean, Chambers has been at Arsenal, 4 or 5 years now? He was playing brilliantly before he got injured last season, but we can't just keep following that process of going, oh, well, he's a good player, we'll keep him. If you're injured, fuck off, seriously. But yeah, David Luiz, I'd give a 5 to. Again, guys, subscribe if you're new. Share the content around, hit the notifications bell, and smash the likes up. In midfield, then Dani Ceballos. We need some creativity, and I think everybody wants Ceballos to be like Isco, and he's nowhere near that level, to be honest with you. So if Isco is available, which he is at £20 million, he does want to come fucking for some crazy fucking reason. We need to fucking get him, because all Dani Ceballos does is spin around in circles. Fucking Danny spinning top Ceballos. He's bang average, mate. Let me know what you think of him, guys. But if you if you think he's going to be as good as Isco or fucking Cruz or Modric or anything like that, he's not. I don't care if he was like in the Spain under-21s and now has got a few caps for Spain. I mean, Bellerin got called up for Spain the other week, and he's fucking dog shit as well. Dani Ceballos, again, I didn't really see what he did. I give him a 5. El Neni, moving on to him. Again, what did Mohamed El Busquets or Mohamed El Sideways really do? Not a lot. Again, I don't think really Everton really pressed us that much. They let us have the ball, knowing full well we're going to do fuck all with it anyway. So I'll give Mohamed El Neni a 5. Moving on then. Saka. Now, I love this kid. I think he's brilliant. And he needs to play out wide. I said this before a couple of streams ago. Pushing him more into central midfield, he's wasted there. Saka is best out on the left wing. You saw against Southampton, you put him out on the left wing, he took a couple of players on, and then that created that chance for Aubameyang, and he scored. That is where Saka is at his best, taking on fullbacks or whipping crosses in. He's got a great cross on him from the left-hand side, just like Tierney has. Playing him more centrally is fucking wasting the kid. I believe that he's regressed under Arteta, and mainly because he's played more centrally, and it's not his natural position, and he needs to play out wide. I'm going to give Saka a 7. I don't think it was one of his like brilliant games, but I've got so much time for this kid. I think he's got a lot of talent, and he's trying his best. Pepe scored the penalty, took a penalty good, but in all honesty, what I did think about the penalty was if the keeper would have gone the other way, he'd have saved it. It was actually quite a poor penalty if you look at it. It was the exact right height and position for the goalkeeper if he'd have gone the right way. Pepe, this guy flatters to deceive me. I can't understand why people still think that this is a good player. £72 million, we all know we've been conned. He's not worth that. But what do you guys leave it in the comments? What do you guys see in Pepe? People saying he's a brilliant player. I don't see it. Now, I will have his back in terms of he doesn't fit Arteta's style of play, and I don't like the fact that he's actually an inverted wing on the right-hand side. He should be playing on the left. He's left-footed. But this guy doesn't shine in any games. You know, for £72 million footballer, he does not shine in any fucking game whatsoever. I mean, Dundalk, did all you guys see the Dundalk game last week in the Europa League? Even against a pub team like Dundalk, he didn't do anything special. So how is he going to do anything special against any other team? I don't get it. Pepe, I give a 5-2. Again, apart from that penalty, I didn't really see what else he did. And I would sell him. If we can get rid of him in January, I would sell him, because he doesn't do anything for me. He really doesn't. He's not a player that if we lost, I'd be gutted about. Moving on then to Willian. This guy's been a fucking nightmare since he came. And I'll readily admit that I was wrong about Willian. I actually thought he'd be a good player. I thought he played well for Chelsea. And Chelsea supporters said that he uses up like one good game token every like so many games. Well, he played well in the first game of the season. I think he had 3 assists in his opening game of the season against Fulham, didn't he, away? He's done nothing since then. Like I said earlier in the stream, he didn't block the cross that led to the goal from, I know it was an own goal in by Rob Holding, but the guy doesn't look interested. I mean, he put so many crosses in the box, and what's the point? No one can get on the end of any of them. We can't create anything. It's just a pointless tactic, you know? And I don't really get to see what he does. So Willian, I give a 5, and I think he's lucky to have that, to be honest with you. And then moving on to Eddie Nketiah. Now, this man, I don't care fuck what anybody says. He is not good enough for Arsenal. He's not. The guy was playing for Championship Leeds United last season, and he couldn't get in the side there. So if you can't get in the side at Leeds United, why is he good enough to start for Arsenal? He can't say he's not had chances at Arsenal. He's had chance after chance after chance, and he doesn't take them. He never scores, and I don't get it. That's a question. Why was Aubameyang not not in the squad. I take it he's injured for some reason, but can anyone tell me? Because I never actually caught that. Why wasn't playing today? So let me know in the comments if somebody knows why he wasn't playing. And Nketiah, I would give a 3-2. I didn't get to see what he did. Once again, not only the fact that he doesn't score, he doesn't look likely to score. Doesn't get any chances. He doesn't create any chances. He literally does nothing. And I know you could say, it's all about the supply as well, but what the fuck does he actually do? He's not good enough. You either sell him or send him out on loan and hope that in a season or two he's good enough. But for me, I can't see it. Unless he's one of them players who's like a really late developer, which happens sometimes, I would get rid of him. He's not good enough. It's okay saying these guys come through the Hale End Academy, but some of them aren't good enough. Saka is, and I've got all the time in the world for him. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is at right back, and I've got all the time in the world for him. But some of these guys, I'm sorry to disappoint some people, but Nelson's not good enough, and Ketcher's not good enough, Willock's not good enough. They're not going to make it. They're not for an elite club. So again, guys, subscribe if you're new. Hit the notifications bell, share the content around. Let me know what you guys think about the player ratings. I'll go for the substitutes as well. Joe Willock, again, 4. Didn't really see what he did. Again, another player who plays well in the Europa League, but that's a different kettle of fish to the Premier League. All the teams now in the Premier League are good, which is another reason why I don't think Ozil should come back, because it's just you can't afford to carry anyone. And he offers nothing defensively, and that's not good enough. So Willock, I'd give a 4-2. Again, I don't really see what he does, unless we're playing in the Europa League against some fucking Farmers League team. Martinelli, I'll give him a 7. I thought he played fairly well for the 20 minutes he came on for. I liked the fact that he did look lively. His movement was good. I like the fact that he would track back and won the ball back at one point. Obviously, didn't have a massive amount of time to make an impact. But one big plus about me for the game is that Martinelli is back. But then again, we're now relying on a fucking kid to fucking drag our season through, which isn't going to happen. And then finishing off with Lacazette or Lacazette, replacing basically one striker who can't score with another striker who can't score. Lacazette, if we've got any chance of getting rid of him in January, find some sort of fucking buyer for him, get rid of him. He's got 18 months left on his contract, and we don't want another situation where he's running down his contract and we're going to lose this guy for nothing. If we can get fucking 5 million for him, 10 million, 50 million, whatever it is in January, do it. And if we can't get him in January, try and get rid of him in the summer. Because this guy can't score, and he's not in the Premier League. And I always wondered why he never got picked for France, and Giroud got picked ahead of him. Now I know why, because Giroud's better than him, like fucking levels, like he's clear of him. And I tell you what, we'd actually probably be scoring some goals if we had Giroud up front. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm going to go through some of your comments now. Lena, you give a 4-2, cool. Daniel, big up yourself, mate. Hope you're well. Ainsley Maitland-Niles 6. Yeah, cool. I think I gave him a 7. I love Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and I'd have him at right back like permanently all fucking day. I don't think he's good enough to make it in central midfield. But to be fair, when you've been messed around in and out of the team, and you come into the team, and you even play different positions like right back, centre midfield, left wing back, how are you ever supposed to get good? You need to keep him to one position, hopefully at right back, because it'll keep fucking that clown Bellerin out of the team. I'd rather play Phil Jones at midfield than Xhaka. Mate, no lie, I would too. Xhaka is fucking dog shit, and I can't believe there's still supporters out there who think Granit Xhaka offers anything. I mean, it's even to the point where professional footballers are ridiculing him live on TV. If you haven't seen it yet, Jamie Redknapp, I think after, was it the Burnley game? Yeah, that he got sent off at. He said, I don't get what he does. Like, he doesn't offer anything offensively. He doesn't defend. It's like he brings players down, gets the other card to say, oh, look at me, I'm doing something. And he slagged him off even more when he got a red card. It's just, the guy's a liability. He's a fucking liability. He lets runners walk into our box and just doesn't track them and let them score goals. I mean, that one against Brighton, the last day of the season under Emery, where he gave away a penalty where we only needed to keep that 1-0 lead against Brighton and cost us Champions League football, and then walks off like nothing's fucking happened. I never want to see him in an Arsenal shirt again. Honestly, he's fucking crap. Where are we going? Sorry, there's loads of comments coming in. I love Lee Connor. Big up yourself, mate. Big up what's happening. What's happening at our club? Good question, mate. It's a fucking. I mean, even up to the board, like Edu's coming out and saying, "Oh, Mikel Arteta's doing a great job." Are you fucking mugging us off that badly that you're telling us he's doing a good job? He's like loss, draw, loss. And we've got Man City next in the Cup and Chelsea. Well, they're going to be losses too. And I'll be honest with you, I think we'll lose against Brighton. I mean, this is it. For anyone who's watching live and that, put it in the chat. Where do you draw the line under Arteta? Like, how long has he got? I mean, surely if we lose against Man City and Chelsea and Brighton, he has to go. Surely you wouldn't give him another fucking transfer window, would you? Because even if we got somebody in, it's not going to be like January the 1st, is it? I don't get it. Fucking hell. Callum, big up yourself, mate. Thanks for your comment. Ross, do you know Lee Gunner? Not personally, mate. No, I don't. But I actually rate Lee Gunner, and I think a lot about him. I like how real he is, and he gives his comment. He don't give a fuck what people think. I actually agree with a lot he says. Obviously, I have my own opinions. I don't think anybody agrees with anybody 100%. But a lot of stuff he says is genuinely true, and it's some of the sort of anger I've had over the last 10 years with Wenger at the club and stuff like that. Just the club is just. I don't get it. Like, what is the point of our club at the moment? The last 10 years, it's just like we're aimlessly just playing football matches and not getting anywhere. And it is a disgrace. You know, the owners are ripping us off, and no one seems to give a fuck. But I do agree with a lot of everything he says. Really. Do you trust the process? No, mate, because there is no process. And again, Lee Gunner's right on that. There is no process. It's just a phrase to sort of like dampen down our expectations and just keep us quiet, basically, so we don't kick off. Have you noticed that the only time they do anything is when the fans do a kick off? Then they do something bare minimum, and then everyone goes, oh yeah, brilliant, quiet again. And what they've done is actually just a bare minimum. I mean, like signing Party on deadline day. Why did they leave it till deadline day? That wasn't enough. I mean, Gabriel and Party are two good signings. I'll give Arsenal that, but we needed a while. And we needed probably somebody else as well, as we're looking at now. And even if we get someone in January, like a creative midfielder, which I doubt, right, that's not enough. Do you think one creative midfielder is going to change that? And even if we did, what if they then get injured? Because let's face it, how many players we bought who's been injured straight away? Fucking, do you remember when we bought Kim Kallstrom in fucking January on loan? And the guy who had a fucking broken back or something? It's a fucking joke, man. What was it? Last January, we bought Cedric Suarez. He was injured, and Pablo Mari, and he was injured. Fucking what? I don't know, mate. No, there's no process, mate. It's just a means to tell us to sort of just chill out, and they get away with it for another transfer window, and that. Yeah. Saka, you only give 1-2, mate. I thought that's harsh. For me, Saka's got a lot of credit in the bank. I really rate him. I think he's played that position quite a lot. You know, he needs to play out, you know, when he played out wide, that goal he created for Aubameyang, that's where he's at his best, you know, taking on fullbacks and getting into the box or whipping crosses in. Like, I've got a lot of time for Saka, and if he plays regularly in his right position on the left wing, I think he'll be really good for us. Old School Gunner, glad you're well, mate. Big up yourself. Go follow Old School Gunner if you haven't already. He's got a YouTube channel as well. Saka is very good. He goes forward at every opportunity with purpose. Totally agree, mate. Like I said, I've got a lot of time for Saka. I think he's a good player, but playing him in a free midfield where he's more central, the way Arteta wants to play, it doesn't work for him. He doesn't fit that style of play, and that's why I'll have his back. I'll actually have Pepe's back on that one, but again, Pepe, I'd bin. He's not good enough. Pepe's trash. Again, can't disagree. I fail to see what he does. And personally, on the right wing, I don't like him there anyway. But like £72 million, I just said earlier in the stream, against Dundalk, he's playing against a pub team, and he didn't even shine against Dundalk. Now, doesn't that say something to you? He should be shining like Messi against fucking Dundalk, right? And you didn't even know he was playing, no doubt. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get the hype about him, and I'd full on sell him in January. And to be fair, I think Arteta does want to sell him in January, which is why he hung him out to dry so badly against Leeds when he got sent off. But yeah, he's crap, mate. I don't rate him at all. If we can get 35 million for him, do it. Iwobi better than Pepe, overhyped, overrated, overpriced. Mate, I can't disagree. I think Iwobi does more. I think we pulled Everton's pants down on them getting 35 million for him. However, what I would say is for Iwobi is when he was at Arsenal that last season, he actually looked like a player that was improving. But again, I think he got a lot of stick for his final ball in the box, which is true. You look at our left-hand side at the moment, Tierney and Saka putting good crosses from the left. I was impressed with Cedric Suarez when he put balls in from the right. But Iwobi got a lot of stick for that at Arsenal. Same as Kolasinac for a guy who said that earlier, where's Kola? His crosses are dog shit. He never, ever crosses to one of our players, which kind of can be said about Willian at the moment. Can't find an Arsenal player to save his life. Alba has a calf injury. Is that right? Fucking hell, mate. I wonder how long for, because I tell you what, if he's out now as well, we're fucked. We're absolutely fucked. Yeah. I don't know what to say anymore. It's fucking crazy. Eddie can start for Arsenal. Remember, Leeds are a better team. Yeah, they are now, mate. They are now. You're not wrong. The guy can't score, mate. He can't. And I don't get it. I know he was on Chelsea's books. They let him go. And I know he's now got the record for England under 21 goals. But I said in my other streams that England under 21s is a much different level to the Premier League. And I remember going back in the day where didn't England win like the Youth World Cup like years ago, and they had a guy called Darren Caskey. I don't know if any of you remember him. It was a Spurs fan. He was a captain. Everyone's saying, yeah, he's going to be the next fucking Paul Gascoigne or whatever that. The guy ended up playing like not like fucking lower league football. I mean, like much lower league football, and so did a lot of them. It doesn't mean fuck all. Honestly, playing for England under 21s, there's so many players that don't make it at a top level, and then there's other players who don't get into England under 21s and then do make it. Let me give you an example of that. Right, David Beckham. So when they had that class of '92, David Beckham didn't actually start for them. He was actually sub, like on the bench most of the time. He didn't make the starting lineup. Again, someone who's progressed later on. But Nketiah for me needs to go out on loan or be sold. He's not good enough. Get what you can for him. See if you can get 15 million for him, 10 million for him, and just reinvest it in somebody who can fucking score. Or even better, put Balogun in a team so he signs a new contract and we'll have him instead because he's much better. Kangaroo, big up yourself, mate. Thanks for the comment. Appreciate that. Hope you're well. Albert J2, yes, my bro. At some point we need to catch up. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, sorry. This week I've got my little boy who's 5 years old, and it's it's tricky to get him asleep, mate, before 10 o'clock. I'll be honest with you. But Albert JTV, me and him do a lot of streams together. So if you're not subscribed to his channel, go subscribe to him now. He's got a great channel. Subscribe to him, and we do lots of streams together. Probably not until Boxing Day. Our next one will be when I haven't got my boy anymore. But go subscribe to his channel. He's a really good guy, and he's got a great channel. Hale End boy project failed. Exactly, mate. Just because you've come through Hale End. Now, I want to see players come through the youth system as much as anybody. I think everybody would love to see players come through the youth system, but only if they're good enough. Ashley Cole, we all know we hate him because of what he did, but he was good enough. Jack Wilshere, if he'd have stayed fit, would have been good enough. Other than that, mate, I'm struggling to name another footballer who's come through our youth system who's actually been good enough. Obviously, back in the day, Paul Merson, players like that. But we've produced players, but they've not been good enough to be at the top level. I mean, even there's a load of them that are playing for who have gone on to play for other Premier League clubs. But if you're being honest, how many of them have really hit the top? Not many. In credit to Arsenal, I think that's something they're trying to fix with the under 23s, like getting players in and building it up to see if they're good enough. So I do respect that. I went on my stream yesterday and I mentioned a couple of players like Omar Rakik, who's coming in January. He was on Man City's books as an 18-year-old centre-back. He's coming in January. If you don't know who Omar Rakik is, let me just see if I can get him up here now. This is the guy who's coming in January. Take that comment off. So he's an 18-year-old defender centre-back who's come from Hertha Berlin. He was part of the deal that sent Guendouzi to Hertha Berlin. And he was on Manchester City's books when Arteta was there. He's also been on PSV Eindhoven's books and Marseille's books. And his Instagram post yesterday said he touched on in London to complete the deal for January because we couldn't get it completed in time. So we're going to see if he's good enough in our under 23s or probably loan him back out. So yeah, that's him. Take him off there. But yeah, just because you come through the youth system doesn't mean you could be good enough. And I don't think Nketiah is, to be honest with you. Do you think Arteta will get sacked tomorrow morning? No, I don't, mate, because of what Edu said the other day. Obviously, he's not going to say he's going to get sacked in 2-3 games. I get that. And it could have been a dreaded vote of confidence. But if this carries on, it has to stop somewhere. People going, oh, we should stick with him and stuff like that. But we're going to get relegated at this rate. It's not changing. And even if Gabriel comes back, Partey gets back fit, and Alba does, is it really going to change much? Because we had them guys in the team before, and it didn't change anything. Even if you put Ozil back in the team, would it really change anything? I know Martinelli's back now. But even if we do get them guys back, we'll get more injuries, and we're back to square one. No doubt we'll start playing Bellerin and Xhaka again. And that's my biggest worry, that once Xhaka comes back or is available again for suspension, will he go straight back in the team? Because I've got a feeling he will. And I don't want to say anymore. The guy's dog shit. The club's run to call from top to bottom. Yeah, I agree. We've got an owner who doesn't really seem to give a fuck. Josh comes over every once in a while to sort of sound like he cares, but doesn't really. We need an owner who will sack someone if he's not doing well enough, like Abramovich does. Oh yeah, you won the FA Cup, yeah, great, but you didn't do well in the league, you're sacked. It's just not good enough, and they don't really seem to care. I don't know what they're trying to do. Surely they can make more money out of the club doing well, like being in the Champions League. But one thing I will back the owner on is he has spent money. People saying that the owner needs to put his money in the pocket. Get his money out. Well, he has done. He spent £72 million on Pepe, 50 odds on Lacazette, 60 odds on Aubameyang, 45 on Ozil, 35 on Granit Xhaka, and 35 on Mustafi. Fucking hell, 70 million for them two. Jesus. 25 on Tierney, 45 for Partey. So we have spent money. You can't say we haven't spent money. So I will back him on that one. But yeah, he does need to care. The board, they need to act now, because this loss situation is not going to go away anytime soon. And the longer we leave it, the more we'll just be sat here. The more the season just drifts on and on and on. People think we're going to do well in Europa League. Well, I've got news for them. We're not. Who we've got? Benfica in the next round. They'll probably turn us over if we don't get a new manager in. And even if we got past that, what difference does it make? As soon as we come up against like Tottenham or Man United or whoever's fucking still in there, AC Milan, whatever, they'll turn us over, mate. So, it all needs sorting out. You're absolutely right. Nketiah, big up yourself, mate. Hope you're well. Nketiah nowhere near good enough at the level, championship player at best. Yeah, I agree. He's done nothing to tell me that he's a Premier League player. Nothing. Like I say, I would take him out on loan or sell him, because he's not showing he's good enough. And he can't moan he hasn't had a chance. He's had loads of chances. Laka will sign on for big money. I hope not, mate, because the guy can't score to save his life. So I fucking hope not. One bit of transfer news to bring you, actually, before we read up some of these other comments out. Let me take that off. Is this guy is linked with us in January. Emi Buendia, the Argentinian 23-year-old player for Norwich City. A lot of people rate this guy. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you rate him. If you think he's good enough. I'm going to put his stats up. There's his stats. Let me take that banner off so you can see that properly. 2 seconds. So these are his stats. In the Championship, he scored this season in 15 games. He scored 5 goals and 5 assists. And the 2 seasons ago when Norwich were in the Championship before that, he scored 8 goals and 12 assists. Now, that sounds great, but that's the Championship. My issue is, if you look at the one in the Premier League for last season, in 36 games, he only scored 1 goal and had 7 assists. Now, I don't think that's good enough, and I wouldn't take him on that basis. But people say he's better than what we've got. But I mean, I don't really think that's the benchmark for taking a player, to be fair. So I don't know. I mean, people say they wouldn't take Eriksen because he played for Spurs, but in the 2 seasons he had before he went to Serie A, he scored like 10 goals, 10 assists in both seasons, which is fucking outstanding, to be fair. Let me know in the comments, guys. Would you take Buendia? What would you do? And again, guys, smash the likes up if you're new, subscribe if you're new, and share the content around. Let's read out some more of these comments. They're clearly not going to get rid of Arteta, so I just hope they back him in January. But this is it, right? If they back him in January, who are we going to get in? Let me know who you're going to get in, because Eriksen's available for 12 million. I think that's a no fucking brainer. He's Premier League proven. I know he played for Spurs. I just said there his assists and goals were good. People are telling me he's finished. Well, I'm sorry. Even if he is, you'd get 12 million for him if you sold him a year later. So I'd get him in. You've got Isco's available for 20 million. So there you go. There's two players for 32 million, which sounds doable. Because let's face it, one player isn't going to be enough. I fail to believe Awar is going to come in January. And allegedly, he's agreed personal terms with Paris Saint-Germain, if you believe everything in the press. Zoboslai, I think, has actually signed for Leipzig now, because we didn't want to pay £25 million for him, which I find incredible. I mean, it's in fact, it's not even £25 million. It's like 22 million pounds. It's like 25 million euros. But we need more than one player in January. One player isn't going to be enough. I can tell that for free. Do we rest players v City? No, mate. I don't think we should do. Obviously, they're going to take some players out of the team. I get that. But we need to fight for everything at the moment and try and rescue this season. I don't believe that we should rest so many players. If we can get through against City, which I seriously doubt, they're going to smash us. But we should try and do that. You know, all this fucking let's just go out of a competition. I don't get it, man. You know, we've got 25 players in the squad. Use them. Or you start the first team. You know, I don't know. But giving up on cups is not the way forward, if you ask me. Do you think Leno could have saved a second goal? No, mate. Because the header was too close to goal. If that had been a header from like 15 yards, then yeah, fine. But he's at the edge of the 6-yard box. It's too close. But by the speed in which that ball comes in, by the time you've got to react to it, no. No, I don't think so. But I do blame the defenders. Someone should have been tracking his run. And in the end, he was left up against Saka. Well, Saka's never going to win a header against him, is he? Let's be real, against Mina. I was Mikel out 7 weeks ago. He's out of his depth. Mate, when Mikel came in, right, I said at the time, after Emery needed to go, we need an experienced manager. We need an Ancelotti. We need a Jose Mourinho. We need an Allegri, a Pochettino, someone who's got a track record of knowing what the fuck they're doing. It wasn't the time. The state of the club at the time was not the time to bring in a rookie manager to try and sort out our defence. That was a fucking calamity. It wasn't the time to do that. If we'd had a great team and we were doing well, I'd have gone, cool, fine. But it really was not the time to bring him in. But yeah, I was completely, you know, for me personally, I would say different to Lee Gunner. I would get behind him, even though I didn't want him in. But ultimately, he has to go. You know, I mean, I was Arteta out after the Spurs game. You could see it. It wasn't going to get any better. And since then, what's really changed? We've just lost again and lost again. I think apart from that Southampton draw, which we were lucky at, by the way, what's changed? Nothing. You know, the formations are changed, the same. The tactics are the same. And like I said, if Bellerin and Xhaka weren't suspended, they would have played. They would have probably played as well. Sack Arteta right now, yeah, I don't get what we're waiting for. To be honest with you, the longer it goes on, the more our season just goes like that. Yeah, don't know what to say anymore. Ross, I agree. Leader Gunner talks facts. Need more fans to be real and not like. May I agree? Of all the AFTV guys that I watched, I liked him the best because I agreed with most of the things he said. He didn't try and say nice things. He said what he thought. And again, I don't agree with everything he says, but I agree with a good 90% of what he says. And it's a big wake-up call. And what I do like about him as well is like he puts pressure on supporters, and ultimately that will then go back on the club to actually get Arsenal back to where we should be, challenging for titles. I mean, people talk about Arsenal now where we need to get back to top four. I'm sorry, but where's this come from? This has come from the Wenger days. Like, just scraping into top four is good enough. What the fuck is that? We're Arsenal Football Club. We're the third most successful team in England. We shouldn't be just scraping, looking at like top 4 and scraping in there. We should be challenging for titles. Why aren't we going out and get 4 fucking players like Chelsea are? Why aren't we buying players? Why do we wait to scout players for ever and ever and ever, and just let everybody else just have a free run at whoever they want, and then go, oh yeah, he's left over, we'll take him. You know, we've done that for like 10 years now. That was only going to ever bring us to where we are today, fucking just above relegation. And I tell you what, we're going further down if we carry on. The longer we carry on with Arteta and going this way, because it's not good enough. We need at least, in my opinion, 3 players, absolute minimum. And I mean, not just Mickey Mouse players, like fucking top players. You know, go out and get a while. Go get the 45 million quid or euros, whatever it is, and go, there's your fucking money. We want him. Go out and get, whether it be Isco or Ericsson as well, all fucking 3 of them, and go, there's the fucking money. Bang, we're having all 3. I don't give a fuck anymore. It's bollocks. Oh no, we can't spend that money. Yes, we can. We've got over 200 million pounds in the bank. Chelsea did that. Chelsea went out and bought Werner, Havertz, Ziyech, Chilwell, Thiago Silva, and Sarr. Oh, and by the way, they want Declan Rice as well. You know, like fucking hell. Just get it done. How much money do you think we'll get from Kroenke to get players in January? I don't know, mate. There is money available. I think we've got 280 million pounds in the bank. So that goes to show that we do have money, and that's what we can spend if we need to. It's just a fact of whether they want it or not. This is what I said on my stream last night, right? That the January transfer window this January is going to be an interesting one, because on the seasons that have gone past, they've all said to us that there's no players available in January, which of course we know is bullshit. Now, the club's doing so poorly, they're going to have to go out and buy at least 1 player in January, which sort of like will prove to us that there are players available in January, right? We just need to put the money down. So they're not going to have that excuse this January. And if they do, I fully expect the supporters to fucking tear the stadium down. Like I say, 1 creative midfielder is not going to be enough. We need at least 2 and a 3rd player at that. And we've got the money to do it. We just need to spend it. So if we do that, I'm not going to hold my breath, but if we do that, well, where's that been all these other past Januaries? We've just been lied to and lied to and lied to, and enough's enough. You can't pull the wool over the supporters' eyes anymore. And again, this is where Lee Gunner comes in, just telling people how it is and saying that's bullshit and we're not going to stand for it anymore. And I fully respect that. You know, he's fucking spot on as well. People just accepting it is just bollocks. Should we be worried about relegation? Yeah, absolutely, mate. Heard people say that we're too good to go down. Bullshit. We're not too good. Just because you're Arsenal, you're not immune from being relegated. And if people think we're not good enough to go down, 3 games ago we lost to Burnley at home, and they were in a relegation zone. They're actually one of the few teams that are behind us. So how are we not in a relegation dogfight, and how are we too good to go down? Just say that. Paul Wager, big up yourself, mate. Hope you're well. Need to give Mikel a break. Not at all, mate. So anyone who doesn't know Paul was I used to be a personal trainer up until not long ago. He was one of my clients, and he's a very sarcastic guy. No, we're not giving Mikel a break, mate. He needs to fucking sort it out. But I hope you're well, mate. Should we write off the season and worry about the Europa now? No, mate, we can't afford to write off the season. I mean, the season is written off, don't get me wrong, but we need to fight for every competition we're in. We need to worry about relegation because we are in a relegation fight. We need to worry about the Europa League. We need to worry about the cups that we're in or still at the moment. We need to worry about the manager, whether we should be there or not. We need to worry about the January transfer window. We need to worry about it all because it all needs sorting out, and it's not going to go away. So we need to sort it out. We're done for. Well, yeah, probably, mate. It'd be interesting to see what happens if we do lose against City, Chelsea, and Brighton, which I'm fully expecting, by the way. What actually happens to Mikel? Does he get sacked? Because let's say if we lose those 3 games, who after that? That will be probably something like 9 losses in 10 games and 1 draw. How can you say the manager deserves a January transfer window and deserves to stay in a job? It wouldn't surprise me. Even West Brom sacked their fucking manager the other day. Do you think the new generation will support City and Liverpool? Mate, I think it's already happening. This is it. Trying to save money by the boards and stuff like that. Now people are supporting Spurs, mate. We've lost that. It surely means if you're spending money and you're doing well, surely you're going to get more support, like you've just said there, and surely you're going to get more money in terms of like Champions League revenue and stuff like that. So I don't understand. I don't understand the concept of trying to save money and not buy players, because ultimately you're defeating the purpose yourself. Who was manager after Unai left? Freddie Ljungberg wasn't he? He was interim manager for a bit. And sorry, I'm reading it out there. Who was the one you wanted? I wanted Mourinho, mate. I was with League Gunner, mate. I said, as you said earlier in the stream, I wanted a manager who probably could come in that knew what he was doing and had a track record of doing that at a top level. If we didn't get Jose Mourinho, I'd have gone for Ancelotti, Allegri, Pochettino, any one of those guys. But at the time, and even now, you can see it with Arteta, it's not the time to get a rookie manager. It's the time to get someone who can sort this fucking mess out. Because if we don't, we probably will go down. It's just not it really isn't the time to get one of those rookie managers in. And we need that now. We need to get Allegri sat there doing nothing. Pochettino's doing nothing. So it wouldn't cost us anything in terms of giving a club compensation. But yeah, any one of those guys, mate. Any one of those guys. And I actually, by the way, I fully believe that Pochettino was sacked that quickly because they could see we were going to sack Emery, and they got him to Mourinho before we could. That's what I think happened anyway. Again, Arsenal just not proactive enough. Just leave things like they do with transfers. And then before you know it, the player's gone or the manager's gone, then we're fucked. Don't worry, Eddie can score tap-ins against pub league teams like Dundalk consistently. Exactly, mate. That's all he does. And even then, he can only score one. When was the last time you saw Nketiah have a great game or score 2-3 goals for Arsenal? That is never. Even I remember Darren Kaskin. That was a very long time ago. Exactly, mate. Not just because you do well for England under 21 doesn't mean you're going to make it. We've seen it time and time again. And like I said earlier, even if you don't get in England under 21s, it doesn't mean you can't make it. It really doesn't actually mean that much. When do you think we'll challenge in the league? 3 years? Depends, mate. It depends. It depends if we still got this manager, because if we do, we're going down, mate. So that will take another year at that. It just depends. When they're going to sort this fucking mess out. When are they going to buy the right players? When are they going to get the right manager? When the owner's going to give a fuck? When the board's going to do what they should fucking do? At the moment, mate, I can't see it in 3 years. We're on a massive downward spiral, and we keep making mistakes. The only saving grace at the moment is things like Ozil's contract's running out, Mustafi's is, Socrates is. I think there's a couple of other players as well. And we need to get rid of some of the deadwoods as well in the summer, if we can get anything for them. I mean, you saw it last summer where we tried to get rid of players. I think literally the whole squad was up for sale, and we couldn't get rid of anyone. Nobody wanted them. I think, is Kolasinac out of contract? I think Kolasinac might be out of contract as well. That'd be good because he's fucking dog shit as well. Can't defend to save his life, and can't cross to a player in the box. Absolutely dog shit. Would you keep El Neni, and what players would you ditch from the squad? No, I wouldn't keep El Neni, mate. Arsenal in this thing, supporters in this thing where if somebody has one good game like he did against Man United, to go, it doesn't matter, we've got El Neni. No, mate, it's not consistent enough. You need to be a top player. Top players are defined by doing it consistently. So they do it week in, week out. Yeah, they have a bad game every now and again. But ultimately, 95% of the time, they're playing at the top level. And only has one good game in every so many. And that's not good enough. Rodney, big up yourself, mate. I hope you're well. Back the manager. No, mate. No, I'm not backing the manager, mate. How can I back him? He's lost and fucking lost. No, he does nothing to change the tactics. He carries on with this style of play, which isn't working and does not suit our players until he can get his players in. And I can't back the manager, mate. I'm sorry. I can't. Smash the likes up, guys. Subscribe if you're new. Put the notifications bell on and share the content around. Hope it's not another Mavropanos, the lad from Hertha Berlin. mate, this is it, right? This is what makes me laugh again about some Arsenal fans, right? Yeah, we're all waiting for Mavropanos to come good. This guy has been at our club for 6 years now, is it? He's not played a fucking game. He's been injured for about 4 seasons solid, and people think he's going to be the next Tony Adams. I've got news for you, mate. He's not. And even if he was, mate, he'd probably be fucking injured. No, not for me, mate. I wouldn't have. If I was manager, I'd sack it. I'd sack him. I'd sell him 100%, mate. He's not going to be good enough, and even if he is, he's injured. So, you know, it's another player that's fucking injured. It's a good sign that we need to weaken our championship opponents. Well, we'll be there. We'll be there at the end of the season if we carry on this way. Ross, you should do a show with Lee Gunner, mate. I'd love to. I'm sure he's got bigger people on there than my channel. Sadly, but yeah, I'd love to, mate. I completely agree with most of the things he says. We must get a war in January. No Buendia, not good enough. This is Arsenal Football Club. We need world-class stars. Depends, mate. So you're right. We do need world-class players, and I totally agree. However, sometimes we are snobs as Arsenal fans, and we do go, "Oh, he's not good enough just because he's not a flash French winger or something." Me and Albert, big up Albert, by the way. We do streams together, and we've said that we're snobs sometimes. So if you look at Liverpool's players, for example, some of them, Milner, I think, was on a free from Man City. Robertson came from Hull City. Wijnaldum came from Newcastle when they got relegated. Henderson come from Sunderland when they got relegated. There's players you can pick up in the Premier League that aren't, flash signings, should we say, that would fit into your team. I just said Brighton earlier. You look at their team. You've got, is it Buscema in midfield, would walk into our team. Lewis Dunk at centre back, walk into our team. Lamptey, the right back, would be fucking brilliant for our team at right back. We don't always need players who are fucking playing for Real Madrid or whatever. So I would sort of half agree with that one, mate. But also, we don't need to be snobs as well. There's loads of players like Villa. All those guys would get on our team. Grealish, McGinn, Barkley, Douglas Luiz, another player. They'd all walk into our team. You should go on the football terrace. No one speaks sense. No one speaks sense for Arsenal. I am doing some streams with other people as well, trying to get on some other things. I've had some offers to go on some other places. Again, Albert JTV, me and him do some streams together. I've been on another channel. I got offered to go on to somebody else the other day, but again, I've got my son for the first half of the Christmas school holidays, so that's been an issue for me. That's why I've had to do late night streams like this. But yeah, I'm looking to do loads of streams, mate, with whoever. Get for Richard and ride on the channel, mate. Mate, I'd love to. I'm not sure he'd come on my channel. I haven't got enough subscribers yet. But yeah, subscribe for news, guys, and share the content around. Get my subscribers up, and I'll ask him. I'll say, come on. I'd love to have him on. What top managers will pick up a team in 15th? Well, mate, I think managers would come to Arsenal. It's a massive club, and it is a massive job. And all I think it needs, really, even though we're in such a mess, is a manager who knows what the fuck he's doing and will get backed in terms of money. If we've got that, we'll do well. So, for example, Allegri, when we were interviewed when Emery took the job, was told that he was too arrogant. Now, I don't think he was arrogant. He just asked for 150 million pounds to spend because that he knew that's what it needed to sort it out. And he's right. So, pardon me. So that's what we need. But no more fucking rookie managers. People saying Thierry Henry and Patrick Vieira. No, mate. I don't care if they're legends or not. They've done nothing in their manager careers to tell me that they're ready to take over Arsenal Football Club. I mean, Thierry Henry got sacked after about 3 months of Monaco coach, and they replaced him with the guy that they sacked him for. Vieira has just been sacked as manager of Nice. Is it Nice? I think after he got 5 losses in a row or something like that. And again, he's done nothing to show that he's a world-class manager. Mourinho, Ancelotti, Allegri, Pochettino, Benitez, all these guys are top-level managers, and that's who we need to bring us forward and give them the money as well. And if he says he needs 6 players, go out and buy fucking 6 players, not just 1 or 2. We ain't the 50th worst team in the Premier. This manager is underachieving. When Emery was doing bad, everyone wants to his head on stick. Well, this is it. Why does Arteta get more time than Emery? Just because he's more popular than him? I think a similar thing happened at Man United, right? When David Moyes seemed to get sacked instantly because he wasn't a popular choice, whereas Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has had 3 seasons now. Louis van Gaal had more time than him, everyone else. So why is it that they get some managers get more time than others? I don't get it. I don't think we've got 15th worst players. However, at the moment we are 15th worst, and the league doesn't lie. And if anything, we're probably going to go down a couple more places. So I don't know. Do we sack the boards? Well, Rowles and Haley left. Apparently allegedly took some money of the Pepe deal. Obviously, that's allegedly. I can't say that. But I don't know, mate. Eddie needs to step up now. And we've had a lot of talk from him lately. He's been getting a lot of heat off the fans. But I want to see what he's got now, because he's been very sort of, we're back out Arteta. We're going to have a beautiful future with him. He's doing a great job. We're looking at players in January. Well, let's see what you're actually fucking doing. Let's put your actions speak louder than words in my estimations, and let's see what he actually does in January if Arteta's still there. Because the one thing I don't want to see happen is if Arteta does get sacked, I don't want another rookie manager in. What's the point of that? Unless you're going to get a top fucking manager like Allegri or Pochettino or something like that, we're just going around in circles again. And we've been doing that for 10 years, which has led us to where we are. Imagine if we got another rookie manager in and then we started going even further down the table. Now what do we fucking do? We're fucked, right? We're going to get relegated. Watch out, boards, get Eddie Howe or something. Yeah, mate, this is the thing, right? Someone said this to me yesterday in my stream, and I can't lie, mate. I think they probably will get someone like that because it's easy. It's the easy option, isn't it? He's not our club. He'll take the job. He won't ask for a lot of money and wages. They'll probably say to him, "Oh no, you're only going to get this amount of money, or you're only going to get 2 or 3 players." And again, we'll just go around in fucking circles. It's bollocks. It's not what elite clubs do. You want Mourinho the most, despite all the stuff he said about us. Yeah, I do, mate. Mate, it's irrelevant. It's football. Bale, I'll give you a perfect example, right? Gareth Bale went on strike to leave Spurs. He went on strike to leave him for Real Madrid. 6 years later, he wants to come back, and they sign him again. It's just modern football, mate. He's a rival manager, and if I'm honest with you on that one, Mourinho was right. Wenger in his last few years, he was never going to get sacked until he did, and we were easy to play against, and he knew how to beat us every week. Everything fucking Mourinho said was right. And I tell you what, if Mourinho was manager now, we'd probably be about 3rd or 4th in the table. Would you cash in on Orba? Yeah, I would, mate. I know it's easy to say now that he's not doing so well, but why did you give a 3-year contract? What's he on? 250 grand a week to a 31-year-old who's going on 32. It didn't make sense, mate. It really didn't make sense. Yeah. Yeah, please go on the football terrace. Can't deal with Arsenal fans that don't talk sense. You're a real one. Thanks, mate. Appreciate the comment. Mate, I just say my opinion. If people agree with it, that's cool. If people don't, that's also cool. I just give my opinion. That's all it is, mate. Yeah, I'd love to go on a football terrace or any of them other ones. I'm sure it'll come sometime soon. Like I say, though, this week's a bit of a pain. What we've been in school summer holidays. Hope you found this well, mate. Thank you. You too. Yeah, my boy's asleep at the moment. If he wakes up, we'll have to end the stream. Talking about that, I've done over an hour. Might have to wrap it up soon. Guys, if you're new, please subscribe to the channel. Put the notifications bell on because I'm going to do a late night stream every night this week while I've got my son, and share the content around. It'll help me get my subscribers up. And yeah, I'm just going to try and bring you like as much content as I can. And yeah, hope you guys like it. Remember when you hit 10k subscribers, mate. I will. I'd love that. I'd like to bring it on to 10,000 and even past that, mate. I'd love to do this full time. It'd be wicked. I wouldn't have for rid of Emery if I knew he was going to bring in Mikel. I don't know, mate. I mean, the thing with Emery is, like, the players did down tools and they did fuck him over. But some of the decisions he made at the time, if you cast your mind back, were fucking weird as well. And at the time, if you take away the time now, the last few months under Emery, about this time last year, was the worst I'd seen Arsenal Football Club. I know we went on a 22-game unbeaten run. I know we got to the Europa League final and one win away from the Champions League spot. But after that, it was shocking. And I think sometimes people have a short memory. And it was fucking bad under him. He made some really weird decisions as well. Do you remember when he got Lucas Torreira and he played him at number 10? And I get what he was trying to do. He was trying to get him to like press higher up the pitch, but it was just strange, mate. Some of the decisions he made was strange like that. And I've said this before in other streams that when managers make strange decisions, like Wenger did when he first came in, if they don't come off, you look like you need to be sacked. You look absolutely clueless. When Wenger first came in, he made strange decisions and we won the game. He looks like a genius, like he knows something that we don't. So that's the problem about that, and you've got to be careful about it. When Carlo and Mikel was free, Carlo was probably thinking Arsenal will pick him up. We're a joke. Well, this is it, right? So Arteta's not really an Arsenal legend. Yeah, he played for us. He was a captain. We won the FA Cup, but he's not a legend. If anything, he's more of a legend for Everton. And it made more sense that he would be Everton manager because that's sort of like club that they kind of were, and we'd get Ancelotti, and it just speaks volumes for the clubs, really, doesn't it? That they got Ancelotti and we got Arteta, and look where the clubs are. They've just beaten us. They're second in the league now. They're the half decent defence before Ancelotti get there, right? And but he's put players in there like Alan, Decore, James Rodriguez, and look, he looks at the team. And he's brought in proper players and players that will make the team, not just individuals go, oh yeah, we'll have fucking 3 right backs. It just makes no sense, you know. And it just goes to show that if you get a proper manager who knows what they're doing, it makes a huge difference. It actually massive. I mean, look at what happened when Ferguson left Man United. They just went, right? Look what happened to their club because Ferguson left. It just shows if you've got a brilliant manager, it doesn't matter even if you've got like average players, he can bring them up to a higher standard and what he can do for the team. Like the video, guys. Thanks, mate. Appreciate the comment. Right, guys, there's no more comments. I'm going to wrap it up there. Done an hour, 7 minutes. If you can do me a favor, just before we sign off, do this for me. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notifications bell. Like I said, I'm going to do a late night stream every night for the next week, and I'm getting some more comments. And subscribe if you're new. Like I say, please share the content around so I get more subscribers and can bring some more great content. And until the next time, guys, let's hope we pick it up soon because let's be real, we are fucking shite. Man City up next in the cup, Chelsea at home in the league, and Brighton in the league, and it's looking good. So until next time, guys, take care and tune in tomorrow night.